9 months ago, I did a video on the channel called How to Get Better at Naruto Shinobi Striker in 2020. Well, it's not 2020 anymore, it is now 2021, so I figured let's do another one of these videos, another tips video to kind of help you guys out in 2021, but we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Instead of doing tips that are strategy and jutsu focused, this time we're going to be going over gameplay techniques that you can add to your gameplay that will help you do a little bit better in matches. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so this first tip actually has a lot more to do with movement, and movement in Shinobi Striker is super important because, well, you're going to be able to dodge a lot more things, move a bit faster, and all that good stuff if you have good movement. Now, the key thing to movement in Shinobi Striker is actually animation cancelling, basically cancelling the recovery frames of your jumps and lands. So, let's just jump really quick. You notice how much time there is in between when I can move? Well, we're actually going to be canceling this by using the chakra jump, which is R2. So essentially you can cancel pretty much anything with this. In order to cancel our jumps to make our movement a little bit fast, we're actually going to be clicking X and R2 at the same time. Now, this is a very basic technique, and if you want to know more about the more advanced techniques, there are many techniques like this in Shinobi Striker, but if you want to know more about the more advanced techniques, I highly suggest checking out Hidden Rose's video on advanced movement in Shinobi Striker. I'll have that linked in the comment section down below in the pinned comment, as well as the description. Now, another way that you can use this is for your wire kunai. So once again, when you're doing your wire kunai, there's a little bit of recovery for when you can move. You kind of just stick to the wall for a little bit, and then you can start moving again. However, you can actually cancel this the exact same way by canceling with your chakra jump. Now, the easiest way to cancel a chakra jump is literally just hitting jump and R2 at the exact same time. So that way you don't have to time it. Now, doing it with double jump is really good as well. But like, as you guys can see just then, I'm not canceling, so it's taking me a little while to start jumping again. So there you guys go. The first tip is canceling your animations. Now, once again, you can do this with the wire kunai to make your wall-to-wall movement a little bit faster as well. As you guys can see, I messed up there, so I just missed the cancel as well. So like that. So you can cancel your wire kunai and your jumps the exact same way. Now, there is a specific technique for combat in particular, but if you want to know more about that, go check out Hidden Rose's video on the same topic, as it's probably a lot better and it's a lot more in-depth than we're going to be going into. I'm just covering the basic movement techniques for this game, and overall I've implemented this into my own playstyle, and it's helped me out quite a lot in moving around and not getting hit by really random jutsus. Alright, and for the next tip, we have wave dashing. Now, wave dashing is another form of movement, but it's a lot more offensive than pretty much any other movement option in the entire game. It's almost exclusively offensive, and essentially how you do it is you just hit block when you're moving, so you do the little dash there. You hit square, so light attack, and then you dash again. But you gotta do it when you're locked on, so it looks a little something like this. So that is wave dashing. Essentially just makes it easier to get in without getting hit, and from there you can actually move it around and move it into your playstyle and kind of like integrate it into your combos as well. You see, notice how when I'm like just trying to hit him normally, just mashing square when he's trying to run away, it's much more difficult. But then when I'm wave dashing at him, I'm able to kind of catch up to him running away a little bit faster. It's a lot more efficient as far as movement in combat is concerned. And on top of that, if they're trying to throw kunai at you, you will just dodge the kunai entirely, and even some jutsus. So it's a very easy technique. Once again, it is L2, square, L2 again. You can kind of just get it out by mashing as well. Both work. So yeah, that is the second tip for you guys, wave dashing. Once again, if you lock on to your opponent, you can literally just hit L2, square, L2, and just repeatedly do that combination until you're up close. So 1, you will be dodging the opponent, and 2, you will also be moving in. You can also do it while moving to the side as well. So you can dodge to the side while you're doing it, you can go completely forward, hell you can move backwards if you really want to. If they throw out like an ultimate, you can move backwards or to the side, doesn't really matter. So overall, this is a very useful technique if you're trying to get in on your opponent. I find that it's most useful in survival exercise because there's no obstacles to get in your way. In normal matches, you're going to want to utilize both techniques that I mentioned. So the first technique for movement and wave dashing if you're in a normal map, just that way you're able to control your movement a lot easier than normal. Alright, so for this last tip, I'm actually playing as Boruto, Karma Seal Boruto. And this final tip is Jutsu Cancelling. Now, when I mentioned this in the last video, there were a couple of people that had no idea what that even was, so I'm just going to go over this really quickly for you guys. Jutsu Cancelling is when you cancel a jutsu that can be held. So as you can see, I'm holding Boruto Stream, which is usually a counter. However, if I don't want to use it again, I can hit the dash button, and boom, I have not spent my jutsu at all. And this actually works with quite a few jutsus. Pretty much most fire style jutsus you can cancel like this as well. You can't cancel Chidori, I believe. I believe Chidori and Lightning Blade and Kamui Lightning Blade are like the ones that you can't cancel, but most jutsus you can actually cancel normally. So right here I'm using Thunderclap now, and I have now just canceled it. You can cancel it by using the Chakra Jump, or you can cancel it by using the block button. It really doesn't matter which. And this can help you in situations where you're probably going to miss the jutsu, and the jutsu has like a long cooldown. So what you want to do is you want to just cancel it. Once again, you can just cancel it by hitting the block button or the dash button, or you can cancel it by hitting Chakra Jump. It doesn't really matter which. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the final tip. There's not much more to say. It's really just one of those things that you want to be using if you're going to miss the jutsu and you know that the jutsu is going to miss, or let's say you don't have a clear shot with like Majestic Destroyer Flame or Fireball or Phoenix Flower Jutsu or whatever, you just don't have a clear enough shot. You can just cancel the jutsu and you wouldn't have spent the jutsu at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a very useful technique if you're trying to save your jutsu cooldowns and all that stuff, but overall, it's just one of those things you're going to be using most of the time sparingly, because I know that a lot of people are just going to be mashing out their jutsus anyway. But just so you know, you can cancel pretty much most jutsus in the game if they can be held. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys found it useful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. It's been casual.